Hi, welcome back to another edition of Max and Nicky 1000th Time Reactions,
where we react to a song after listening to it for our 1000th time.
We release 3 videos a day.
Every day.
So make sure to hit that subscribe button.
And turn on post notifications.
So you don't miss out on all this great content of ours. So what are we going to listen to right now, Max?
We're going to listen to You've Got a Friend by James Taylor.
Or his rendition.
Of the Carole King
classic.
The Carole King classic.
Yes. If you're new to the channel, the way we do things on here is we listen to a song all the way through without stopping, and then we'll talk about it afterwards so we don't interrupt the intention of the artist.
That's right.
We'll talk about it afterward and go into depth with some analysis, talk about a reaction, and maybe go into a little bit of the history behind the song.
If we should know the history of it.
Yeah, and we've definitely heard this song many, many times before, and for all intents and purposes, we'll call it our 1000th time.
Sure. As we normally do, we'd like to mention that we also have another YouTube channel called Max and Nicky,
on which we perform oldies, tunes, jazz standards, and originals in that vein.
And we got comedy videos on there as well. But for right now, let's take a listen to You've Got a Friend by James Taylor.
For our 1000th time.
Here we go.
When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yeah, babe, to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, now all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. You've got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud now. Soon I'll be knocking upon your door. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running. Oh yes, I will see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, yeah. All you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you. Well, they'll take your soul if you let them. Oh yeah, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Oh babe, don't you know about winter, spring, summer, or fall? call. Lord, I'll be there, yes, I will. No, you've got a friend. You've got a friend, yeah. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Oh, yeah, yeah, you've got a friend.
Expertly recorded.
It's a classic song. You know, it's
Single there.
interesting. I was listening to the guitars on that, and it almost sounded like a modern production.
It was very clear. Everything was very crisp and clear.
It was
I
so
gotta
clear
say.
that it sounded new.
I
It sounded
wonder
like a
if
new
this was
song.
I mean, I don't think this is a remastered version, but it sounds like it's remastered. It's very clear in that, actually, and everything's very in the pocket. I mean, the guitar,
guitar
obviously we
fills.
have two guitars. We have one on the left and the right, but the one on the right was very in sync with what the bass was doing in the beginning. You know, they were like matching each other's rhythm choices. You know, very.
I mean, even his voice
Clearly.
sounded so. It almost sounded like a modern James Taylor track that you would hear. You know, if you go to like Target or something like that. You know, you hear these kinds of modern James Taylor tracks in a store.
Well, it was just very clear, and man, what a soothing, calming recording. You know, it's
Yeah, I mean, it's
he's got a
interesting.
soothing voice, but not only that, just everything's acoustic. You got those bongo drums in the back that are adding a little
you just had
tapping
the
away on the
simple kick
percussions.
drum going sometimes. You
Oh,
know?
really? I didn't know.
Oh, yeah. It was just.
But everything's acoustic except for the bass. It sounds electric to me.
But it's interesting. Well, before we decided to go with the James Taylor version, Max was saying, "Are you sure you don't want to do the Carole King version?" Because
I guess I thought, I might prefer the Carole King, but after
Sure,
listening to the
actually-
James Taylor version, I mean, I haven't heard it in a while, and I gotta say, maybe my, both of them are great. Actually,
well, this one was his James Taylor's version was a bigger hit.
was a bigger hit. Yes,
Even though,
it
like,
reached
obviously,
number
this was-
one. It reached number one. Actually.
Obviously, this Carole King's version was on the album Tapestry, which was a huge selling album.
Well, I don't think she released. I don't know if she released that as a single.
I don't know. She had a lot of hit singles on that album. I mean, but anyway, I really like the sound of the harmony vocals on this. It's interesting that you heard it almost surrounding you while the harmonies, while they were on both sides of this stereo spectrum, while James Taylor's voice is in the middle.
I like what
it sounded like. It really sounded like the harmony singers were singing together. It sounded like.
I like how the harmony singers, they would sing the same thing as James Taylor, but then hold the note, like ain't it good or something like that.
Sure.
And he would sing the rest of the line, and then he goes, "You got a friend," and they go, "You got a friend," or something like that. It's kind of a cool little.
I gotta say, the picking on the guitars seemed expertly recorded, as you said.
James Taylor is a really good guitarist.
There wasn't really much squeaking going on or guitar buzz.
Right, it was interesting. It was very clean. It was
But
very clean.
he is definitely playing steel string guitar.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is a little bit. It's not as temperamental as a nylon acoustic.
You think so?
Because I feel like the tension is a little bit tighter on those steel strings,
Yes.
and for some reason that feels like you get a crisper sound on it,
Okay. Maybe. Well, you definitely have probably a crisper sound because it's tighter, so it's gonna ring out a little bit
those
harder. But
fills
I don't
like,
know if you necessarily have. I
dun-dun-dun-dun.
don't know if you would necessarily get less squeaking though.
Well,
if anything, it would kind of make me think. Well, compared to nylon strings, maybe you have more squeaking there because they're nylon. I mean, there's probably some
exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It is interesting that this was recorded the same year as Carole King, her version.
I know.
and hers was recorded first, but it was just on the album.
But he
Tapestry.
plays. He plays on Carole King's version, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Did he? I can take a look right now.
Yeah, I think he plays guitar on that version.
He does play on this. Yeah, that's interesting.
Does he sing with her on that too, or no?
I don't. It doesn't say that he had any backing vocals.
I wonder who were the background vocalists on this on James Taylor's version.
It sounded like Carole King was in there.
It
Am I
sounded like Carole
incorrect
King
about
might
that?
have been in there.
Why
yeah.
don't we take a look?
Almost like they each have a friend in each other.
Oh, okay. You can see actually. Yes, James Taylor is playing one. Wait, let's see. Oh, it's interesting. Oh, he's playing acoustic guitar on Carole King's version. Let's see. James Taylor version. No, you know who's backing? Joni Mitchell is a backing vocal.
Joni Mitchell.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it's interesting because I didn't really hear some of the raspiness that kind of comes with Carole King's voice.
Right, but
although,
she's not. She doesn't sing necessarily always like that. But yeah, I mean, yes, as I was right, there were two different acoustic guitar players actually.
Oh, interesting.
Danny.
Well, Joni Mitchell and who else was singing background vocals on that? James Taylor.
James Taylor, I guess, because that only says Joni Mitchell actually.
Anyway,
James Taylor's
pretty cool.
vocals on it. Yeah.
If you didn't know that.
Joni by the way, yes. So there's drums. They're not bongos. They're conga drums actually.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway,
there's two conga drum players actually.
Interesting.
And a cabasa.
Oh, cabasa.
Yeah.
Anyway, pretty cool production on this, and it just, man, expertly recorded. Everything sounds so clear and crisp.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
And I mean, this song is, I'm sure everyone can relate to it. Sometimes you're just feeling down and, you need that friend,
I love those songs where they have kind of a universal theme that everybody can relate to,
Yeah.
like this or, Lean on Me or.
Sure. And it's also, what's kind of cool about it is, but what if you have no friends? What about those people that have no friends? Then I guess you'd be listening to the Smiths instead. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I kind of like the song is telling you, hey, you have a friend actually. Just you might not think you do, but you have a friend. You got a friend, and I'll be there when you need me to. And that's kind of a cool, reassuring thing to hear.
Anyway, great song. I think that'll do it for this reaction video. If you like what you heard and saw today, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications to find out about more Max and Nicky reaction videos.
Please keep tuning in.